We are back.
We are back.
We are back for another episode of 50%. Connor, you've been away. You've been refreshed. You went on a holiday, so we pre-recorded last week's episode.
I was away for 7 days. I drove back in today. I can't do the arms as tired joke, can I?
No, you drove.
Yeah, I drove. 3.5 hours. My arms are tired a bit.
They are.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good. Thank you all for the love the last couple of weeks. It's been really good and helpful. And I want to say as well, I agree with you. I was way too high on the chair.
So you've gone lower.
I've gone lower because good. I feel like looking at the legs is just weird, and I think I framed it properly.
Yeah, you look good this week.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to stop going so high.
Well, I brought it up to you last week, and you even said, yeah, but they get and it's awkward because they can see my legs and stuff. And then I said, so why don't you go down? And you said, no, I'm going to stay up. I think you actually said, fuck that when I suggested it to you.
Yeah, well, you know. A lot of things happened on that episode.
We have with the 50% Doctor Who podcast, we kind of review Doctor Who every week, but we finished it all, so we're kind of fucked. Jokes on you.
All of it? It's still cracking heaps.
We've done all of New Who, so we're sort of in.
We're
in our 60th anniversary phase right now, where we're going to review the Infinite Quest today.
Whoa. That's a celebration for the 60th to do.
Yeah, man.
Is that what fans are doing? They're watching the Infinite Quest to get hyped for the 60th?
If they're not, they definitely should be. That's.
Do you know what I thought would be funny? Like if David Tennant starred in something and it was like David Tennant and in brackets Infinite Quest. It's like a reference to remind you of other stuff he's did. That would be brilliant.
Yeah, we all know David Tennant from Infinite Quest. The standout episode of David Tennant's era.
Standout Totally Doctor Who episode, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, we're going to get into Infinite Quest very, very soon. But if you don't know, it's the animated adventure that was split up into multiple parts across Totally Doctor Who, which...
Great show.
Did you ever watch it?
Oh, I loved it. I simmed to
Did you actually?
Doctor Who. Yeah.
I've never seen it. I couldn't tell you what the vibe was.
I think with season 3, I couldn't really watch it because that's when I immigrated to Australia and they weren't playing it over here. But for season 2, I think it started in season 2. I watched like every week. I always remember they used to like put little clips in it as well. It was great. They had like fans on who would leave like all these like goodies and stuff, and I would just pray that one day I get to go on Totally Doctor Who. It would just be like I wanted the Dalek, I wanted the Cybermen, I wanted everything. I wanted a little goodie bag. Yeah.
I was sort of thinking like, I'm not Infinite Quest, not great. We'll get into that in time when we do the review.
I thought it was brilliant.
But I just respect that Russell was out here trying to do like multimedia, like trying to do more than just the main show, which is something that we've missed, and I hope we go back to. Like even if we do get spin-offs, it'll be nice to have like this like weird animated thing, like just like Moffat did heaps of minisodes, like things like that.
Yeah, well, they did. So this was for season 3, and then season 4 was Dreamland. So they were probably thinking of maybe Yas Queen. They were probably thinking of doing Dreamland. Wasn't for Totally Doctor Who, was it? It was like
it was like
marathon or something.
It was like a red nose day thing. Oh no, it wasn't. It was. I think it was a red button. It was a red
Children in Need or something.
Button.
Like it was like a thing.
I don't think it was connected to a charity thing, but it was like a red button thing you press. But that was for specials.
Why is there never a big red button? Get it?
I get it. Yeah! Guys, we're the 50% Doctor Who podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50doctor, on TikTok at 50doctor Who.
Yep.
I'm getting pretty fucking good at my TikTok gang, Connor. Posting a lot on there. And subscribe. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers. We'd love to get there before the 60th anniversary, but we get it. Doctor Who's kind of boring right now. You don't want to listen to people talk about Doctor Who. I get it. So don't subscribe if you're not interested.
And clips are back. We're back, baby.
We're back for more Totally Doctor Who.
We're back.
50% podcast.
2 weeks, and it's good to be back in the studio.
Any fan feedback from how we ended last week's episode, where we notoriously didn't sing the song for the first time? We just played the theme tune out because we were like, because I was like, let's cancel the review. We do the reviews. We have our little sing along at the end of the reviews.
So we will be singing it today.
Oh, we actually will.
Yeah. Well, what did I hear anyone complain about?
Yeah, any feedback from the fans?
Nah, I don't think so.
No one cares. No one gets to that point in the pod.
Nah, probably not. I didn't. Did you hear anyone talk about it?
No, but I listened back and I thought that didn't sound right. It's missing something. Missing something.
It's not as much as I think it sucks. I think like also you're right. It's not a review. We're not doing Doctor Who reviews if we're doing like ranking the seasons. Like it's not.
Yeah.
I guess in the extent it is reviewing it because we're reviewing the series as a whole, but
Yeah.
that's a whole other kettle of corn. Is that the same? Kettle corn?
Isn't it kettle of fish? Why would you have a kettle of fish? Why would you have a kettle of corn?
Weird, isn't it?
Should just be a kettle of water.
Yeah, it should be. I've missed tea. I haven't had tea in like 7 days.
Well, I've got some tea for you. It's
cool.
time for the news, baby.
Oh,
There
news.
is none.
Well, no, it's 2 months till the 60th.
Is that news or is that just a fact?
Well, we wouldn't know because we don't have a release date.
No, we don't. Next. Didn't want
Moving
one. On. Next. But yeah, okay, we're 2 months to the 60th, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah, this year's gone so quick, and I think it's cool and exciting, and I definitely think the next 2 months are going to start hyping up.
Yeah, I reckon by the time we record next, which we should say we are recording earlier for the next month, so we'll probably be a bit late to some news when it comes out.
It's Monday.
But it's Monday, and this comes out the following Monday, so a week in advance. Just a bit of scheduling going on.
I'm sure if anything massive drops, I can do like a bonus video.
Yeah, just a little vlog. Like, hey!
Yeah,
Hey!
Well.
Paul McGann's in the 60th.
Is he?
No.
Okay.
It's
a good theory.
There's a Doctor Who annual coming out. 2024 annual comes out in November, I think. It's got Shooty on the cover, David on the cover. It looks pretty good.
New Shooty picture, I thought.
New Shooty picture.
Okay.
And these annuals, the last few years, they've been pretty garbage, pretty L level.
Wasn't that the annual for 2020?
We do have the 2020 annual
signed
behind
by
us.
Crispy Pro himself.
But the thing is, they always come out like... They always just cover the content from like the previous year. They don't give you much new stuff. This one, it's given a bit of new stuff, which is good. Shows Russell doing his little magic, his little Russell T Davies touch,
So it'll be on Flux? No, on the specials from last year?
No,
more on them?
It's gonna be like it's forward. It's meant to. The problem is with these annuals, right? Is if the marketing team does not give them stuff to do, or like the production team doesn't give them stills and stuff, they can't really do much to promote the new season, right? So that's why they've just become more and more like Flux, and which we've already had that one. But this one is going to be focused on the 60th and Series 14 and stuff. But it is still like very limited as to how much they can say because it comes out before the 60th. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So is a Doctor Who like what are they called, annuals?
Yeah.
Is it a bit like the Guinness Book of Records where like you just buy them every year?
Yeah, they come out once a year.
Like the yellow pages.
They're shit half the time, but you buy them anyways.
Yeah, it's like a classic Christmas present. I know a guy who gets it every year.
I have the Shrek annual for 1 year.
The Shrek annual?
I've got a feeling it's not still annual.
Wait, why would they do it for Shrek?
There's annuals for bloody everything, mate. The UK's,
really?
They're just like, here's some money, here's some things to buy, have an annual.
Okay, what went through your head to be like, I want to buy the Shrek annual? Or was it a present?
I think what went through my head was I was about 5 years old, and I went, Shrek, good, funny. I watched Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Oh, yeah?
A few weeks ago. Real good.
Yeah, I've been meaning because it was on Netflix, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix, and
good
I think I watched it on binge as well.
Yeah, cool.
Wholesome fun time,
Yeah, well, I'm a bit of a cat person, so...
Hey.
I had the Doctor Who 2000... Yeah. You got the Doctor Who 2006 annual, and on it was Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant. It had one of those, like, it's like kind of like mirror pictures where you can move it, and it would change from Christopher Eccleston to David Tennant, and I would just sit there for like hours just...
Now, this is time travel.
Back when like there were like phones, kids, and you
didn't know what that was.
Entertainment. I was just sat on my bed doing the old...
Yeah, but they always feel like a year behind, right? Like the 2006 annual, it's got like Eccleston on the front. What are you talking about,
Yeah.
But that's the thing as well. It's like, this is the 2024 annual. Why are they... Wouldn't it make sense to do like the 2023 annual comes out late 2023 and you're looking back on 2023? That way they can actually talk about the stuff that happened in 2023 rather than saying this is the 2024 annual, but it's got diddly squat fuck all actually about the 2024 series in there.
Well, it shows the picture of David Tennant with the actual Sonic that was photoshopped out of his hand.
Yeah, they photoshopped his hand, didn't they?
They photoshopped the hand to take away the Sonic, which is interesting. So
very, very interesting.
Yeah, it's cool to see that. I heard Diary of a River Song ended.
It did, the audio drama series. I think the final one came out.
So is that basically saying like you now have access to every chapter of her book?
Until Big Finish are like, we need more River Song.
Yeah, there was another book.
Yeah.
The diary ran out.
The long lost diaries of River Song.
The long lost diary. Okay, I think that's cool for extended media to like be able to check out all the, the Jim the Fish stories and the
I've been
the Great Ice Fair.
I've only listened to the first 2 box sets of them. I think there's 9, maybe 10.
Wow.
So there's a lot, yeah. And I haven't gone back to it just because Big Finish is so fucking expensive now. But
it really is just for audio, hey?
It is, yeah. It's like I'm listening. I'm not watching. I'm doing all the work here. I'm imagining.
Have all those 60th ones come out yet, or
they come out once a month in the lead up to the 60th.
So where's Eccleston's one and stuff?
I think that's the next one.
Okay.
But I listened to the first one and I was like, this is... I hope this is shit.
Especially
I'm going to be blunt.
Especially when you pay money for it. Yeah,
I paid $16 for 1 hour of an audio drama. And it was just a boy going, hum, blip, blip, stomp, 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 hip, blip, blip, blip.
Sounds pretty good, actually. Yeah, I always see...
maybe you should listen.
I always see Josh and Oz Chris talking about Big Finish, and they're like, it was mid. It was great. It was mid. It was great. And I'm like, I don't know what is it.
I don't know what to think.
I don't know which one's good and which one's bad.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll stop being a bit of a snob and listen to some audio.
Snobby boy.
What are you going to do?
Snobby boy.
Yeah.
Well, I have been doing some reading.
Cool.
Conor, actually. Finished my Jimmy Carr book, which means time to start the writer's tale, baby. 40 pages in.
Bible.
The Bible. The Doctor Who Bible.
It's as thick as the Bible.
It honestly is thicker than the Bible. It's literally, I joked on Twitter, I said I'd trust to build my house out of these books.
That's it.
They are so hard. I'm 40 pages in. I think I'm going to be about 90 by the time I finish it. It's a big boy, small writing, and I'm there, Mr. Dyslexia, going, what the fuck? I'm like, David Tennant goes, whoa, monster. Well, I'm like, I can't read this.
So it's from season 1 to 4 with just like Russell's production.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you're close. It's basically it's series 4, and because it's how
season 4, okay.
Well, it's The Writer's Tale, and then they re-released it as The Writer's Tale, the final chapter, which is basically
another 200 pages.
Yeah, it literally is. So I think The Writer's Tale was just series 4, and then the final chapter is the specials.
Oh, cool.
So it's sort essentially, and it sounds so boring, but it's so interesting, is basically Benjamin Cook is I believe, an article writer at Doctor Who magazine, or at least they were. And it was just them being like, hey, Russell, I was thinking for the magazine, maybe we could do like this thing where we just do an email chain back and forth.
Yeah.
And, I get right into your head. I want to understand the proper writing process, not just like, the boring stuff, not just the story beats. I want to know like how it all changes, how it all works in your head. Mm-hmm. What happens from the idea all the way up to, filming.
The execution, baby.
That's right.
That doesn't sound boring to me. That sounds really fun.
Well, the thing is, it became so big, and Russell jokes about it in his first email. He's like, this might go on for really long, so you might even get a book out of it. So it obviously expanded beyond being just a magazine article, turned into 2 books. And it's literally just like an email from Benjamin Cook suggesting it to Russell, and then an email from Russell signing on. But Russell's emails are like 3 or 4 pages with like size 1 font. Like Russell, he just rambles and goes on, but it's amazing. The guy is full of wisdom. Fantastic.
So it's like, I had this idea that I want to do an episode where UK red bus goes through... A double-decker bus goes through the wormhole, and I'm having an idea about this, and we could do that as that kind of thing. Like,
yeah, and then it's like a few moments later, he's like, "Oh, never mind, got no money."
The bus got destroyed.
I've not got that far into it yet, but the way everything I'm reading about at the moment is about like how it was meant to be like Penny was the new companion at the start of series 4. So it's him being like, what do you think of the name Penny? I really like the name Penny. This is what I'm thinking of her backstory. I want her to be like a posh northerner, journalist, works for Sarah Jane. And so he's like saying how this new companion is going to be called Penny. So I've not got to the point where that's not happening yet. So it's just like interesting here, like hearing what would have been, what could have been.
Yeah.
Perhaps even what should have been.
Oh, controversial take from Aiden over here.
No, not really. There's a few stories in there. Like he writes the initial series outline for series 4, and it has like a bunch of different stories in there. You've probably heard of the title Century House before. I know that's like a pretty popular one. that got replaced and written out later in it didn't get made.
Century House?
No, it was Century House. What was it called? What was it about? I can't remember. But yeah, it was a Dr. Light one. No, it was a Companion Light one where the Doctor is on like a ghost hunter show, and it's like him on a ghost hunter show.
About this, yeah.
And then the companion has like he was like, we can only have one day of shooting for the companion, so she's going to be watching it on TV at home with her mum.
That's sick.
Was the plan. And then there was like a cool talk for like a World War II setting one with like proper Nazis and stuff in it was his plan. But he also said something, I think he said after doing World War II in season 3, he wasn't sure about doing a World War again. And so that's what got swapped over to Fires of Pompeii.
Which I just rewatched a week ago.
Do you like it?
Yeah, loved it.
Cool.
Yeah, I rewatched it, so yeah.
Cool.
That sounds good. Yeah, all right.
Good read. It's a heavy, dense read, but it's real good.
It, but I had it on the to-do pile.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
It is a big boy, it seems.
Big boy.
But that stuff, I love that kind of stuff, and I could read about it all day. So.
Seriously, it's like so nerdy, like reading it and just frothing over all this shit. But I'm like, this is so fucking good.
It's awesome that someone is respected enough that people want to read that kind of thing, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I think that's what makes him so great.
Do you reckon we get The Writer's Tale Part 3 once his new era has come to a close?
I'd love that. I really would. Like, one of my favourite things about COVID, if you can say that.
Yeah, we all love it.
Is, when they were doing, like, I know Moffat and Russell started Twitter accounts, and they were just, like, posting shit like...
Oh, they did the tweet-alongs.
Yeah, tweet-alongs, and they would show, like, all the scripts and, like, all the original writing on it, and, like, Moffat would share some of his old emails, and, like, I loved reading stuff like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. So, yeah, it seems like something that I'd be interested in for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
And before we move on to the review, I just want to say I finally picked up the Sarah Jane's complete DVD box set. You can see me unbox that over on TikTok at 50 Doctor Who, even though you've probably already seen it because the box set came out in like 2012, 2013 or something. So
yeah, so we're not hitting Sarah Jane for a while, but at least you've got it.
Yeah, it was on sale. It was $50 down from like 80. So
that's pretty good.
Like, I'm going to pick that up and be prepared. And because it's region locked, I just wanted to test it in my DVD player to make sure it did work on the PlayStation 5, which it did. But I literally was on the title screen. I was like, this is so good. And then I was like, I'll just play it and make sure that it works when I press play. And the theme tune started and I was like, come on, Aiden, stop it. You know it's working. And then it went to the first couple of shots and I was like, Aiden, stop it. And then about a minute in, I was like, that's enough. cut yourself off, Aiden.
I love it.
But we got to reserve ourselves for the review.
Self-control.
Which will be our New Year's Day special.
All is quiet on New Year's Day.
Okay.
Na, 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 na,
sure. It's New Year's Day special because the first episode of Sarah Jane Adventures came out on New Year's Day.
Because Chris Chibnall is gone and there's no longer a New Year's special.
We don't know that. We don't have this confirmed.
The secret special coming to your screens.
One day they'll actually be one of those secret specials. You know how they're always please be after Sherlock season 4 episode 3 ended?
It's why do things always end in threes or something like that? And everyone was like, it's going to be a 4th episode.
The secret episode. And
Did it happen? No.
I think, what else was it? What had a shit ending recently? And everyone was like,
nah, it'll be back.
Where's the next special?
The encore.
What had a really shit ending? I saw Secret Invasion. People were like, oh, there's a secret episode of Secret Invasion. And it's like, oh my God.
There was enough Secret Invasion.
Right, I didn't even want to...
Okay, there was enough. I don't know why I watched it. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what planet I was on.
I thought the poster looked cool. And then I saw pictures. And I thought, this looks dreadful.
Yeah.
And then I just heard it was dreadful. And I was like, well, sorry, Marvel.
It cost $250 million to make. And it's 6 episodes.
What are they doing? Aren't they 2 minutes long as well?
Awful. Yeah, they're really short.
Stupid.
The credits are it looks like a long episode, but there's 6.5 minutes of credits.
I hate this trend.
It's ridiculous.
I hate this trend. I was happy the first couple episodes of Ahsoka came out and they were 50 minutes long each plus credits.
I want to shoot about that on in the other 50%. I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Got nothing to say about Ahsoka, really.
Nothing?
It's fine. New episode was fun, but it was just action. It was fun. Mate, they just sat there twiddling their thumbs.
Have all this shit.
They're just there. They're just
good.
Disney Plus are like, come on, Doctor Who, come on, can't wait to make you shit. Come on. Can't wait for 10 minutes of title sequence at the end of an episode.
They might start doing that.
No, because the BBC will be sat there like, come on, mate, I've got to get Mrs. Brown's boys on.
Yeah, coming back after 10 years. I thought you'd be happy about that.
I've not watched it in years.
You used to fucking love that
I loved
shit.
it when I was a kid. And I'm actually not ashamed of that. I actually do think it's funny.
Hey, look, you know what? It's coming back. So if you're keen for the 10-year anniversary,
I'll be knocking on the door, mate. Knocking on the door. Well, they've done Christmas specials every year for like literally the last like 10 years since it finished. They've always done a Christmas and New Year special.
Season.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't you see it live?
Oh yeah, they did a live tour and went with the parents.
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, my parents. It's like classic like British comedy. Parents love it.
Brown boys.
What's wrong with that, mate? It's not like I'm going to see the Big Bang Theory live.
When she came out, did you fucking cheer and did you get out your seat, do a stand?
Yes. Yes.
I love you, Mrs. Brown.
I took my top off, threw it at her.
Yeah. I love you, Mrs. Brown. You're so great.
My idol.
You're my idol, Mrs. Brown. My idol. Mrs. Brown needs a writer's tale, if you ask me. It's an insane, like, it ends and it just does a special every year, and now it's coming back with a full season. It's insane. Yeah. It's
got a pretty good story behind, like, how the show was made, though. Like, it's like this dude, and it used to be like a radio play, and the dude that plays Miss Brown, he used to own a pub with his mate, and then the mate fucked off with all the money, and he was like, I'm fucked. So he made a radio play, and then he got Mrs. Brown, and it turned into Mrs. Brown Boys.
His mate owned a pub and he just fucked off?
And he just fucked off. No, they fucked up, like they co-owned the pub, and his mate just fucked off.
Okay.
You've never had enough of this Miss Brown bollocks. And they fucked off. The Infinite Quest, anyway.
Mrs. Brown's bollocks.
The Infinite Quest is an animated serial based on the British science fiction television series Doctor Who. It was made by BBC Television, but does not share the same producers as the live-action series.
Wow.
It was aired in 12 weekly parts, 3.5 minutes each, starting 2nd of April 2007, as a segment of the children's spin-off show Totally Doctor Who. The final installment after episode 12 was shown at the end of the omnibus episode, thus increasing the total to 13 parts. Taking the compiled series... This is so convoluted. I don't need to write this shit. Okay, but yeah.
Dreamland like 6?
The compiled story was broadcast on the 30th of June 2007, coinciding with the finale of Series 3.
Ah, that's cool.
There you go. The plot, I guess, is essentially like there's this ancient thing called the Infinite, and it gives you your heart's desire, and there's this guy played by Anthony Head.
I knew it was Anthony Head.
Balthazar. Dude, when the credits rolled and I read Anthony Head, I was like, oh, obviously. But I was also like, how the fuck is Anthony Head like talking, like voice acting in this piece of shit, terrible ass thing? This is the first time I've ever seen The Infinite Quest, and I had to watch it. I watched the first 15 minutes and I went, no idea what happened now. I'll start it again tomorrow. And then I started it from the top and watched 30 minutes. I was like, I actually can't watch more. My eyes are about to bleed. My ears are falling off. I felt like Vincent Van Gogh was about to cut my ear off.
Lovely.
And then my eyes gouged them out. And then today I watched the last 15 minutes, but genuinely, like, I was pretty busy today, and I was like, if I don't have time to watch this, I'm not mad. I'll just happily sit here and not have watched the end of it. But I did watch the end of it. You watched it as well in your car ride, I believe.
I watched it when I got home.
Right.
I didn't watch it in the car ride. I didn't know if I could put myself through that.
Right.
Okay.
Well, Anthony Head plays Balthazar, and Balthazar is looking for the infinite. And the only way to find the infinite is to use these 4, like, keys that are so old that only the TARDIS can read them. And each key takes you to the next key. And then once you have all, I think, 4 keys,
all 4, yeah,
that then takes you to the infinite, where you get your heart's desire.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah.
It's pretty...
It's just a big MacGuffin story, isn't it?
It's really like cliched. Like, find the 4 keys and you will get your heart's desire. It's like kind of been done.
And Martha's
times,
like, my heart's desire, and it's just the doctor. Oh man, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Give me a break.
The animation, terrible.
I don't know what's worse. This or fucking Dreamland.
Yeah, I think they were like, we can't do this again. Let's try something different for Dreamland. And then they made Dreamland, and they're like, we can't do this again.
I'm sorry. Like I say this with peace and love. Like, I really do think it just looked terrible. Like, it really looked bad. It wasn't pleasing to look at all. It just looked like shit.
And sometimes they cut to random stuff, and I think it was like they didn't have time to like do the full mouth animation, so they were like, here's a close-up of the Doctor's foot or something. That didn't happen. But you know what I mean? It would just like cut to something whilst they're talking for like a really long time, and it's
It's funny because Anthony Head was in the last season before this. He was in season 2. So
he wasn't he?
It's just kind of weird that they just... But it was cool to see him.
Is Balthazar Killitane? Is that what you're telling me?
Probably.
Wow.
I think the idea is kind of cool. I just don't think they could have done this on like a budget for season 3, and they were like, we'll just go nuts because it's a animation. We can go crazy, you know?
Yeah. Which I respect, and I respect them just trying this sort of thing. Like, I'm sure as a kid watching Totally Doctor Who, I bet it was bloody awesome every...
Yeah, I was going to say, it would have been awesome to... I think watching this as a kid, I would have fucking loved it. I'd be like, hey, Doctor Who's on the TV. I love Doctor Who. It's my favourite show. Who's
totally
the guy
Doctor
who writes it? I've noticed he's...
Yeah, this was a writer I'd never seen before.
Did he write Fear Her? Am I nuts?
No, this is Alan Barnes, who I'll do a deep dive into.
He does something Docky Who.
He worked for 5 years at Doctor Who magazine. Progressed from writing scripts to becoming junior editor in 1988 and sole editor from 2000 until 2002. He has written and co-written a number of Doctor Who audio plays at Big Finish. And I think that's... it just looks like big... a bunch of comics here, audio plays and books, and the Infinite Quest. So,
right. So it's basically like a comic strip that's been adapted to, except it wasn't made. It was like, we'll just do it as a script instead of a comic.
Well, they got a writer who'd written these sort of things before.
I kind of got the vibe it was kind of comic booky. It definitely gives you that, and the way it looks as well is quite comic booky.
The animation, I respect them trying stuff with the animation, but it just sucks.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool to have Freema and David in it.
But Freema was so poorly written.
It's like,
I thought this was written in like 1963.
Yeah,
because Martha's just like, here's exposition.
Hi, Doctor,
I want to fuck you. And it's like, Martha is so much more than that. And I know that is like a little part of her character in season 3, and we all know that it's the worst part of her character in season 3. But it felt like that was all they grabbed onto for her character in this. And it was just, my heart's desire, the Doctor. And sometimes they'd hug, and the Doctor would be like, oh, you can give me a bit more space now or something. That was like a weird joke. Oh, cringe.
Yeah, it I like the idea that they did it, okay? I think it's cool.
Well done for trying as well.
But yeah, well done for trying. But I just think it's just watching it in the year of our Lord 2023, it just doesn't hold up very well.
No.
Is there a Blu-ray release of this? Because I might get it.
It's on... I'm kind of mad because, like you, I have the specials on Blu-ray, but it's only when they made the special steelbook that came out like a year or two ago, they added it onto that for some reason.
That's it.
Which is cool, but
I wonder if will it be on the new...
I actually looked it up. I literally looked and they didn't have an answer. There wasn't enough detail. It just said special features.
Included Infinite Quest.
Fan favorite.
In 1080p.
Wow.
Dreamland.
I don't think they'd remaster that. Do you reckon they still have the OG files to remaster that shit?
Oh, hell no. But wait, so you reckon they just like chuck it on even though it's not 1080?
Yeah, it can just be on standard definition.
Wow. I ain't paying premium price for that shit.
If Infinite Quest is not remastered, I will not buy this Blu-ray.
I think it should be on there though.
Well, hopefully, considering it was on the other release, but
you're going to rewatch it again if you get...
Fuck yeah, maybe I'll enjoy it. I'll be like 1080p. Okay, shall we talk about the story?
Yeah, so I was gonna say, so they had to find these like keys. There's 4 of them. So one's on a pirate ship. One's in like a jungle with a talking frog.
Didn't watch that part. Well, I did, but my mind I couldn't tell you what happened.
And a talking grasshopper.
Didn't know that. Next.
One's in a prison?
Yeah. With the robot man.
And that's it. I think he gets the first one. I think the bird spits out the first one.
Yeah.
And then they have to go and get the other 3.
Yeah.
And I like the idea that they have to go to all these different places. I thought that was cool.
Just like a MacGuffin story, but fun, and it fits this medium, I think.
But I thought the pirate one was like the most least interesting, and it was just like, "Arr, me mates." It's like so over the top. It's like, "Yar, you're gonna die today. I did everything right, and they indicted me."
I actually thought the pirate one was the one I was most on board with.
I like the prison one.
Prison one was alright. I think it's just by that point I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Oh, same. And the frog one with the talking grasshopper was just weird.
Didn't even watch. I just closed my eyes.
The fleshy people.
I said, please.
They're horrible.
Please make it end.
Them. The fleshy people.
This is what they should like. Instead
of
doing like the electric chair, it should be like, here's Infinite Quest.
That's how I'd like to go. That's like my last
It will
meal.
kill you.
You get like a last meal before you get the electric chair. I get my last TV show, it'd be Infinite Quest.
It's like in Extremis, how it's like, if you read Extremis, you kill yourself.
That's Infinity Quest.
Yeah, they're reading it and it's just Infinity Quest.
It's just such a niche, like. It's so weird how like we've just somehow like both of us unconsciously just missed it like all these years.
So you'd never watched this either?
Nah.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
Not even a second of it.
Yeah. Wow.
And I was kind of keen. I was like, this can't be that bad. Surely, I'm sure it's gonna be a bit old. And I don't think I hated it as much as you. I think it was just like, do I think it was boring as hell and uninspired? Yeah, kinda. I think there was maybe a little bit of like a cool storyline in there, and I think it was cool to see more David and more Freema. It's definitely got me more hyped for the 60th because anything can be better than this shit. If you catch my drift.
So all Doctor Who marketing has to do is give you some shit, and then
that's kind of what they've been doing this year.
Well, they actually have. They've literally been posting clips from the Infinite Quest on the socials on YouTube.
They?
Yeah,
they have, haven't they?
Like, here's your hype.
Yeah.
What are you doing in 2023? And you're like, here's this fucking terrible thing that a 9-year-old made.
It is canon.
It is.
It is canon. It happened.
It is canon.
Like Martha's brain, when we see Martha in the 60th, she would have actually done Infinite Quest.
I hope she references it.
She might be like, Doctor, do you remember that time we went on the Infinite Quest? And he'd be like, Yar, I do be remembering that.
I want to say I think what I liked about the Pirate Planet, because it was like an oil rig planet, right? That's cool, yeah. And I thought the oil rigs looked cool because it was. Do you know Sean Tan?
No.
Sean Tan is like an Australian, I think it's writer / illustrator. And you probably in like primary school definitely would have been like shown a Sean Tan book because I think
rings a bell actually. Sean Tan, yeah.
And his art is like really cool. I'll Google it. I'll show you.
Was that? Yeah, I think I do know him actually.
And I thought that the oil rigs kind of gave me Sean Tan vibes, just how like just the way that they sort of looked. Okay, this isn't what I'm looking for. Yeah. This isn't. But this kind of, it's like this sort of slight steampunk vibe to it, where there's like lots of curves, and this is like a notorious image, this one here.
Quite a depressing vibe, I think.
This sort of thing. Yeah, but there's like a bit of like a whimsical nature to it. Look at this bad boy. Look at this.
What is it?
I don't know.
But I love it.
But yeah, bottom line is it gave me Sean Tan vibes, and I kind of respected them just having like a bit of fun with the art style. What did you think of like the cartoon that then mixed with like the 3D? Because you got like, was he Squawk and Core?
Yeah, I thought Squawk was kind of cute.
Yeah,
a little bird.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I think Anna ended and like, you know, the Doctor's flying it and like you're saying like basically it's like 3D and like cool. I mean, animation is so difficult.
Yeah, I know. I say this,
and it would have been so difficult to do that.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I guess it's easiest for us to like shit on it, but like I tried to like do animation a few times, and it's just like I can't ever do that. It's just not gonna ever work.
I would just put up a black screen and just do audio
and just do Big Finish. You know, just be like, this is what's happening.
Yeah,
you know, I think the ending with the prison was kind of weird, but kind of cool. I think I said the same thing for Dreamland. I'm like, I think there's a cool idea here. I just think the animation just really threw me off.
Do you like how the Doctor just sonicked? That the ending is the Doctor sonics and blows up the entire ship?
Yes,
nuts. What was going on? And then the pacing went like 300 miles a second. from that point onwards.
Yeah, I also noticed they kept using the score from Score Reunion.
There was one specific score they kept going back to.
They kept using it. It's from Score Reunion.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's the classic, like, they just keep pulling out a bunch of Murray songs.
No, that's not it. That's Tooth and Claw.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was Tooth and Claw.
No, it wasn't Tooth and Claw.
But it was definitely from Score Reunion, which is ironic. That's the episode that Anthony Head was in. He was in this.
It's all connected, bit of intertextuality there.
He's just like, of course I'll do Infinite Quest. I remember buying Doctor Who magazine and Doctor Who Adventures, which was like the kids magazine version. And I remember like seeing it's like pictures of Freema and David Tennant in the booth recording Infinite Quest, and I was like, yo, it's really sick, and then never watched it. Just couldn't get my grubby little fingers, my little grubby sausage fingers on it. I just couldn't do it.
Neither.
Could never. And I think I just got older and was like, fuck it. I think Dan watched it like 2 years ago. I was like, even I haven't seen that. So I'm obviously a fake Whovian. It's
pretty niche. This episode of the pod's probably gonna get like 2 views because everyone's like, what the fuck is Infinite Quest?
I think didn't Faris mention it when we had him on?
Maybe
think people have seen it.
People have definitely seen it, but it's not one.
A hit.
It's not one for the masses, is all I'm saying.
Nah, this show's one for the masses, clearly.
That's right.
Mercy.
I liked how the start in the title sequence, they used the same title sequence, but they got rid of CGI TARDIS and replaced it with animated TARDIS. I thought it was kind of cute. It looked weird, but I thought it was cute. It looked weird. It looked weird on the CGI time vortex with an animated TARDIS, but
yeah, I think it's cool. They have like the titles and the credits. Like they have the it's like watching an episode of Doctor Who, but it's animated. And I think we are going to get some more animation stuff.
I hope so.
With Ross, so I think get used to this. Is what I'm trying to say. And I think something like this. I think this is a good stepping stone towards them doing something cool in the future. And they should use animation to do like big, like bombastic things they can't do with a normal budget.
Yeah, and I gotta give him credit for doing that.
Like massive ships going. Boom.
Did you like how
kaboom?
The Doctor was like, because after Martha's hidden desire was revealed, the Doctor had a hidden desire, and he was like, what did he say about his desire?
He said, I'll never tell you my hidden desire. Something like that.
I wish it was that easy.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
And every time he said it, his eyes like glue blue.
I was thinking, look, Infinite Fest made me think.
Did you say Infinite Fest?
Infinite Quest.
Infinite festering away
like
at my
festival,
brain.
Like, come to Infinite Festival.
Yeah, let's
see
go.
The Wombats.
Infinite Fest.
The Womshats.
The Avalanches.
How do you know the Avalanches?
Because you bring them up every day.
They shared my story, actually. I'll have you know.
Good for you.
Thanks, Aiden. I don't know what the fuck I was... oh, yeah. It made me think, actually, about the Doctor's arc as a character.
Right. No, it's...
Infinite
okay.
Quest made me think.
We've got an arc here, do we?
Can you actually believe that?
No. I actually refuse to believe it.
So it made me think, because I was like, the Doctor's like greatest desire, and I thought, well, obviously it would be to have Gallifrey back. And that's probably the only time I thought throughout it.
Well, it would have been cool if they'd actually shown that. Or like had a line where he was like, Martha, my people are gone. What do you fucking think I want back?
Well, easy, dog. They get one F-bomb in Infinite Quest. You got one fuck, use it well.
Fucking Martha.
Could you imagine if we had like the one F-bomb per episode?
Alright, you'd get it every time. And then you just keep saying it over and over again.
I'm not that bad, surely.
You are.
Am I?
Do I need to bring up the Who's There episode?
Oh, please.
What?
Give me a break.
We were specifically not swearing, and you swore a lot.
I didn't do it a lot. I said something like crap, and Troy was like, how dare you? I will kick you off this soon. And I'm like, okay, sorry.
Silly boy.
Sorry for saying crap.
Do you have any last thoughts on the Infinite Quest?
I like how it ended. It was like, let's go to Barcelona.
I like that it ended.
Yeah, me too. You're a bit mean about Infinite Quest, so give it a little bit of a break.
I respect that they tried, but it's just
I be on the Infinite Quest.
This was new David Tennant and Freema Agyeman. to me in 2023.
Yeah, maybe.
And I had so little interest watching it.
You'll just have to wait for the 60th.
I will.
And then you'll get new David Tennant and Freeman Ackerman.
I can't bloody wait, mate. Can't bloody wait. All right, let's talk about... Oh, fuck, there goes my phone.
Oh,
Saved it. We're all good. Let's talk about the other stuff that we've been watching lately, Connor, with the other 50%. This is the segment. Okay, I'm not going to sing over you. This is the segment where we young boys talk about the stuff that we watched this series, this week, or the last month.
Yeah.
That we want to talk about.
Yeah.
I pitch you.
Yeah.
Last time we recorded, I said I just started Heartstopper. I think I was like a season into it. I'm now up to date. I finished season 2. Banging. Eros Lynn, insane. Yasmin Finney really comes into her own in season 2. All the cast, insane. Season 2, literally, like, I only had minor gripes of season 1, but season 2 really did fix them all. And I was like, I kind of got the season 2 blues at one point, but I think that was like a personal thing, you know, where like the excitement of the show kind of wears off. But I was so on board watching the finale. It got quite emotional at times. Bringing Eros back to Doctor Who, for fuck's sake.
In the end, Heartstopper had to stop.
Well, there will be more seasons.
Oh, shit.
So,
Okay.
shit. Ain't no stopping that heart, boy.
Nah, good on them.
There ain't no stopping the heart, boy.
Woohoo.
Whoa.
Is that what you got to say?
I got some more, but you can give me one.
Nah, you go ahead. I don't really.
I've got to think. I know I had something else, but I can't remember.
Did I say Atlanta last week?
You did. I think you said Atlanta the last like 4 times. How far into Atlanta are you?
4 times? I'm definitely gonna watch some more tonight. I've been away and, you know, shit happened and I just haven't really had a chance to watch it. But I've been smashing through Futurama. I'm on season 8 now. So,
right.
And there's 11 seasons.
Cool.
So really been enjoying it. And you know what? There are just episodes sometimes, like Futurama can be really mid, but like they just hit you with episodes that are like so great, like out of the blue. And I've really been enjoying that. I think that is all I have been watching. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's it.
Well, like I said, Ahsoka. It's kind of just mid. Like I enjoyed the start. Like
mid Ahsoka.
Episode 1, I weirdly enjoyed, but then episode 2, it just like they do a big thing at the end of episode 1. Then episode 2, they just kind of like get fucked. That wasn't even that important and doesn't have any consequences. And then episode 3 was like really solid action, and it was like really well made, and I enjoyed it. But at the end of the day, it was like half an hour action scene and like 10 minutes of dialogue before that, and that's it. And I was like, man,
how much is David Tennant in it?
A decent amount. He's a droid that's along all their adventures with them.
That's awesome.
So he's there having a chat. He's good. He's funny. You can hear it's him every now and then. It's sort of the classic thing where it's like his voice, but they try and mix it with like a robot voice, and sometimes his voice is a bit more prominent. Sometimes he just sounds like a robot. It's like an interesting balance, which, yeah, he's good. I like him.
I've always wanted the voice of droid. I reckon I'd be good at it.
Why don't you?
Aiden, how can I be of assistance today?
I'll write a droid into my script for you.
Yeah, well, there you go. How can I be of assistance today?
Also watch The Haunted Mansion. Which, can I say, I went in because I was just a double date I was going on, and I was like, fine, I'm not going to object. Went in with the lowest possible expectations. So I came out, kind of haven't enjoyed it. Not all of it. After an hour, I was like, okay, I'm done. Can't be bothered now. But the first hour, I was like, this is fun. There's some good laughs. It's got like a cool vibe to it, a bit spooky. Some of the writing, a lot of the writing, and a lot of the editing is terrible. But my boy Darius is the main character.
Lakeith Stanfield, yeah.
Your boy.
Love Lakeith Stanfield.
He's rocking around the Christmas tree, the Haunted Mansion, doing his thing.
I love it.
And I liked him. Fun movie. It's like a 2.5 out of 5.
I got an email from Disney, like Disney Plus, being like, win a trip to Sydney to watch Haunted Mansion with a friend, and I was like, all right, I'll join. I'll do the thing.
And then not watch the movie.
It was like in 25 words or less. Like, what would you do if you stayed in a Haunted Mansion? I'm not even joking. I literally went to ChatGPT and said, what would you answer this question? Like, how would you answer it? And then it gave me an answer. And I said in 25 words or less. And then I just copy and pasted it, put it in, sent it. And I was like, probably no one is like entering this thing. So what's the chances that I get a trip to Sydney?
Well, you didn't win a trip to Sydney.
I didn't. I did not.
So clearly...
someone else won.
Low chances.
Maybe they knew it was ChatGPT.
Yeah, maybe.
I think they can run it through a system. So they're like, this lazy twat couldn't even write. And I don't know what to say. What would I do if I say Haunted Mansion? I don't know. I wouldn't do it in the first place. So I don't know the answer to
I
that.
would.
Yeah, I know you would, because you're fucking nuts.
I'd go nuts in there.
Yeah, you would.
I'd be like, snap my neck. Rip me. Pull me in half. Haunt my asshole.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say you're going to Japan. Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, I'm going to Japan.
Okay. There's a lot of haunted places
sushi in Japan.
Is that Wombats?
No, that's like that song, right? There was a song a few years ago about something in Japan.
Isn't I'm in a bar in Tokyo.
That is a Wombat song, yeah.
There you go. Are you going to go
If
to Tokyo?
you love me, let me go back to that bar in Tokyo.
You going to Tokyo and sing that?
You betcha. I'm going to like Instagram, my first Instagram there is going to be like location tag Tokyo with the music going. If you love me, let me go back to that bar in Tokyo.
Cringe.
Bop's hard.
What do you think of Tom Rosenfeld being my number one on repeat?
I think that's cringe.
You must be so shocked that happened.
I think it's cringe that you only listen to one of his songs.
I actually think it's in a high chance of it being like my number one listened to song of the year.
Jeez.
I actually genuinely think. And it's because it's so short as well.
Yeah.
And it's
so you just keep replaying it?
Yeah, I've listened to it a lot. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, right. Solid.
If you want to hear that song, it's in the video called A Weekend with Crispy Pro.
It features Crispy Pro.
I'm not sure if you would guess that, but it does.
No guesses.
Burnt my tongue today. It's really sore.
You want me to lick it better? Oh, wow.
What the fuck?
Wow.
What the fuck? Great.
Or I can massage it better with my hands.
I think I'm fine with that
Are
shit.
you sure? Why did you tell me then?
Because it hurts right now. I don't know what.
I thought that's like a pickup line. Like you go up to a lovely lady in the pub and you're like, burnt my tongue today. And then they go,
No, I just say, can I have your Instagram?
Does that work?
Yeah, it worked last night.
Hey, they said, you're the 50% Doctor Who podcast.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Do you want to
I'm not going to say anymore because I don't want to get in trouble. I've learnt my lesson.
We are about to give a score for the Infinite Quest. But before then, it is worth saying that we, next week, are going to be talking about The Unearthly Child. Well, hopefully we'll have a bit more to say about that because
we've seen that so many times. So sorry.
The Infinite Quest.
No, the Unearthly Child. We've watched it so many times.
All the times. Have you've never watched the first part, hey?
Yes.
What is that? You liar. You fucking liar. I know you, Conor.
Such a big Doctor Who
fan.
I know you how could I call myself a Doctor Who fan and have a Doctor Who podcast if I haven't seen the first episode of Doctor Who ever?
What's it about?
Susan and her two teachers, Ian and Barbara, and they go, "You're a bit fucking weird, mate. What's going on with you?" And then they follow her home, and then she goes into a barn, and then the doctor comes out and goes, "Oh dear me, no! Oh no! Oh dear me, no!"
It's like he has seen it, actually.
Of course, I know what happens.
And then the doctor fucking abducts them. Is how that episode ends.
Let me take you to see cavemen.
Yeah.
And
Fuck
the cavemen
you.
are like,
Well, I've seen the first part. I've never seen 2, 3, and 4. So yes, we are. So if you want to get into classic Doctor Who, if you want to celebrate the 60th a little bit, come back next week and we'll have a bit more to say, and we'll be talking about Unearthly Child, all 4 parts, caveman, bang bang. I had the DVD from back in the day. I think. Did you buy me the DVD?
Did yeah?
Yeah, so I can use it.
I got you the K9 DVD as well.
The K9 DVD.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
K9. No, you don't. I've never had a K9 DVD from you. You bought me the Ice Warriors.
Shows how much you fucking remember it. I did get you the K9.
Must be in the bin with the love badge.
I'll have you know that people wanted one and I said, no, I have enough to give out. I'm sorry.
I've only got so much love to give.
Do you know what sucks? I literally give you one and like, it's so ungrateful. And so many people asked me for them and I chose to give one to you.
So many. How many people went, I love that badge?
Quite a few people.
How many's quite a few people?
Quite a few people on holiday.
How many's that?
I don't know. I lost count. There's that many.
Connor's like, I can count to 1.
Shut up. I literally regret giving it to you. It's so horrible.
Why? No, it's on my shelf. I'm just on the show being funny. Mostly. Do you want it back?
No, I'm glad you have it.
Well, don't bitch and moan about it then, hey?
All right, easy with
Don't
that
say,
shit.
I regret giving it to you, and then I offer it back.
I was just doing a bit for the show. I don't regret giving it to you. I chose to give it to you. By the way, if you can see through if you can see through Aiden's great camera, my eyes, they are still bad. So, no, I have not been smoking billies. Is that what they call weed, billies?
You can say that all you want, mate.
cigarettes, or are they...
I think Billy's more of a ciggy thing. Yeah,
I think you'd know, wouldn't you?
Yeah, me. You know me.
Yeah, I've not been smoking up. My eyes are still bad, and my skin here is bad, but it's really bad. So
well, I saw you with a couple of Billies outside, my friend.
I wasn't smoking Billies.
You boy,
Yeah.
10 in the mouth.
When?
Just then.
Just 10 Billies.
Well, you stopped recording for 2 seconds, and you went, "Don't worry, just gonna have a quick Billy," and then you pulled out 10.
Smoke break
you lit them on fire, and you. Need this to go through Infinite Quest.
You're like, I love how like sensible you are. You're like, I'm never gonna smoke. I'm never gonna do anything. You're such a good boy. Well done.
Thanks, man.
Why do I always have to like push the boundaries? I don't know what's wrong with me. I've always just got to do other shit. I hate it.
Well,
why have I got to?
You don't know until you try.
And I generally do. I generally do think I'm gonna like quit. Like,
cool.
I'm just sick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking sick of it.
Costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Money that could go on the roadcaster.
Why smoke to slowly kill yourself when you can watch the Infinite Quest?
Good. Which I'm going to give a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't think it's terrible. What are you going to give it? You're going to be so mean to it. It's not great. Don't get me wrong. I didn't really enjoy it, but it's not like the worst thing ever. Let's be real.
I think I need to compare notes here. I need to compare.
So what? Dreamland?
Probably. I gave 42 a 2.5. Dreamland I gave a 3. Well, it's not getting higher than Dreamland. I enjoyed Dreamland a lot more than this.
Yeah, probably.
Have I ever... Really? Hold on. Let me just... I think the lowest score I ever gave was a 1. Is it on the same level as Sleep No More? I think it is. 1. I'm giving the Infinite Quest a 1 out of 10.
That's really harsh.
Well, you know...
I don't think it's a 1, surely.
It's 1, mate. It's
the
literally...
fact Freema and David are in it, it's more than a 1.
Sleep No More has P-Cap and Jenna in it.
True.
Still a 1, mate.
Okay.
You can't polish a turd.
Well, have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you next week for the Unearthly Child. Hopefully, it's good.
That really rolled off the tongue.
Nearly 60 years since it's come out.
It is true, yeah. We probably should have done Unearthly Child on like the 60th or something, but that's okay. We don't have that kind of foresight here.
Do you want to hear like a quick random fact?
Give me.
You know how we did the 50th anniversary trailer? Like we remade it?
When we were young.
With me and Dan?
Yeah.
So that came out on the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. Mm-hmm. On the 100th anniversary, that will turn 50. There will be 50th anniversary of the 50th anniversary trailer.
And fans will be recreating our 50th anniversary trailer.
I think we'll be alive for the 100th, won't we?
Hopefully.
We'll be like, what?
If I've not watched Infinite Quest too many times.
We'll be like, what, 85 or something?
What? No, in 40 years' time. No, I will be like 65.
Well, there you go.
I hope I'm still kicking, mate.
There you go, 65. That's like my dad's age.
Yeah, there you go. Clearly your dad's never seen the Infinite Quest, though.
No, hell no. So yeah, we're going to see the 100th. That's insane.
Yes, the 100th.
David Tennant getting rolled out in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Eccleston would actually do it?
Please let me go.
I think Eccleston would be...
Please.
With peace and love.
I want to go. Dead. Yeah. And probably David as well.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
That's sad.
That's how time works.
40 years? No.
In 40 years, maybe. Well, he'd be in his 90s. So.
Oh, he'll be alive still. It's David Tennant. He's in great shape.
He is in great shape,
He's never looked better.
He hasn't.
I don't think he's ever looked unhealthy.
No.
Considering how much he works.
He's a workaholic. He's always recording new episodes of the Infinite Quest.
He probably is a bit of a workaholic.
What would you think if Russell was like, okay, time for Infinite Quest 2?
I'd be down.
You would?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
I'd follow that man to hell. And so should you after reading the Rise Tale.
Rise Tale, very good. Would recommend. All right, guys, that is our show. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Make sure you subscribe on the YouTube channel. Hit us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor, on TikTok at 50Doctor Who. Conor, anything to plug, anything to say, anything coming out?
I'm tired.
Okay, nice one. Good chat.
It's
Aidan and Connor's podcast. We're doing Doctor Who reviews
on the Monday.
Doing Doctor Who reviews
on the Monday. We are so back, baby.
If they ever cancel Doctor Who, we're so fucked.
Yeah. I think the show will be over.
Yeah,
unless we conquer every episode of the classic era.
Challenge accepted. Give us something more to talk about than bloody Infinite Quest, wouldn't it?
Do you reckon we'll ever do that? All the episodes of Classic Who?
If Doctor Who keeps going for a long time, then I reckon there's a chance we can slowly chip away at it.
Probably try and chip away at it. I actually do want to watch all of it.
We could always, you know what we should have done for more content? Not watch Infinite Quest as one, and watch it as the individual 3-minute episodes week by week and break it down.
That sounded really bad.
Yeah.
Wasn't Dreamland like 6 parts?
I think it was 6.
Yeah.
Which is a bit better.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3. I couldn't believe how long it was. Infinite Quest.
Yeah, it was a bit too long for my liking.
Way too long, mate. Should have been 3 seconds.
True.
Should have been, here's a picture. Zooms in.
What was it?
That's it.
12 parts of just 3 minutes.
12 parts of hell.
12 parts of 3 seconds.
Yeah. You just get one word. One word an episode. Doctor, you aren't my hidden desire.
Quest.
Doctor, I want to fuck you.
No, Martha. Done.
No, Martha, I want Rose.